Hey guys, happy Friday. Hopefully this video makes it up. Hopefully we take a trade today so I can post it. But happy Friday. Today's May 22nd, is 9:18. Yeah, we finna jump into it because Price has finally did what I've been waiting for it to do. So let's start with the daily. Price has been stuck here all week. Price has been stuck in this area all week. I don't know if I ever posted that video where I was like, on the daily, I see an area where price could potentially pull back to. It was either this area or this area, but I didn't know how deep it was going to pull back. Well, it did that, and then it tapped, closed outside the zone, tap, tap. Then this one closed inside the zone, and it basically came to this trend line and started pushing back up. Now we finally reached the point where price can move freely to create a new high, because basically we have like a high, a higher high, a higher high, a pullback. So the next thing potentially is a higher high. That's what I would hope. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for buys. Yes, the past few days have been buys, but they haven't been the cleanest buys. So that's why there was no trade. Usually these clean buys or this real buyish candle happened over time. Oh, let me check if she's here because I'm just yapping. Okay, so yeah, on the 4 hour, yes, I already have it marked up because, like I said, I've been watching it. This one we no longer care about. Well, I guess we do for some reason. I don't know yet. This is the 4 hour. That was yesterday. So like I said, price has been stuck in this all week. The last time I took a trade was on the 15th. Yeah, so I think that was Friday, the last Friday. Yeah, price has been stuck. I think right when I made this zone is when I got out. Not when I got out. Is when I got off the charts. Good morning.
Morning.
I kind of already started explaining, but I didn't say too much. I can actually go back. Okay, so I'm just doing the top-down analysis. I was saying how we were waiting for price to come out of this zone, and it finally did. It was tapping into this zone on the daily, so pull back into this zone, and it's finally pushing out. So then on a 4 hour, again, I was just showing the zone we were stuck in. So we were stuck in this area. It was just a lot of wicks and things of that sort. And I was saying, even though it was starting to show buyers were stepping in, it was still pretty wicky, and we were still in this area. So that's why there were no trades for me. Yes, potentially somebody could have caught a trade, but me personally, there was like no trade for me. I did have this zone marked up. I feel like this was yesterday. When was this? 5:20 Wednesday. I had this zone marked up. Price came, tap, tap, tap. It closed outside the zone on the 4 hour every time. And then this candle here finally pushed over this resistance. Price came back, tapped into this zone here. This one. Tapped into this zone, closed outside the zone. And right now, this is where we are on the 4 hour. So the momentum hasn't came in yet. We're hoping for the momentum today to create a new high. We'll most likely just aim for here, because once we get into no man's land, we don't know how far up price want to go, and that's not a risk that I'm willing to take. But we do know price can at least push to here, and higher, just we don't know how high. So to play it safe, I will be aiming to here, and it's 400 to 700. That's about a good 300 points. 300 points. That's a lot of points that you could potentially catch. So I'm not in the business to try to be greedy. So yeah, so on the 1 hour, now we can start fresh with these. So on the 1 hour, this is the candle that pushed up. I'm sorry if I'm going so fast. It's because I've been waiting for this all week. Okay. So on the 1 hour, this is the candle that gave us the push. It came out of this zone. This zone has already been tapped, but I'm gonna mark it just in case price decides. Hey, let's go tap that again. Let me mark it. Yes, Noah. And it's a demand. Oops. It's a demand zone because price is buying out of it. So we have, ooh, that's not how you spell demand. Okay. Yeah, so then price tapped into it, closed outside the zone, create another high. So that means this would have been the new zone. Price is currently actually in this zone here. Price is in this zone. So price has kind of been closing outside. This one closed in. It pushed out. So what we would need to see, before I make that judgment call, hold on. We would have to see price break this structure. Do we really though? Potentially. On the 1 hour, which is like a higher time frame, we would have to see it break this structure. I mean, that could happen in one candle on the 5 minute, but this would be a major. Oops. Golly, can I type today? Okay. So yeah, for our major breaker structure, we would need to see price broke here, but we already got this break. I'm not too sure if we need to see that break up there. That could honestly be a target more than it could be a breaker structure. Yeah, because even on the 30 minute, price just broke this previous pullback. This candle came out of this zone. If price tapped into the zone on the 30 minute, yeah. So literally, if price just comes back and tap this 1 hour zone, we could just get in. Really. But if that happened on the first candle of the day, I probably won't do that. So I guess it just depends on how it happened. I also see a chart pattern. It's a bullish flag, which usually indicates a continuation. So that's just another confluence for buys. And then on the 15, yeah, you can kind of see it now. But price is all the way in here. So okay, so a lot of things can happen actually. Because the zone is so big, price can come in and like really come in and tap. It can tap here, it can tap all in here, or it could just kiss it and continue up. So I guess after we see like the first 2 or 3 candles, then we'll look for a setup. Just because this zone is huge. Let me see how big this zone is. Are you learning to trade, Noah? You know what you're doing? 200 and...
I have a question.
Yes.
So why does it look different on every chart?
What different as in like, okay, let's start with the 1 hour. Different as in what?
The patterns.
So every candle represents a different time. So let's just do this.
So is it basically combined? And then as you go down in time, it spreads out?
Yes. So it's showing the same thing, but it's just in more detail. So this is 1 hour worth of price movement, but when we go to the 30 minute, this is 2 hours of it. But that's the same.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when it's 5 minutes, you got 60 candles of that hour. So
okay.
Not 60. Is it 60? Probably not. But yeah, 12 candles. I talk about some 60. But if it's the 1 minute, then it's 60 candles in that hour. So,
Okay.
but if you zoom out, even on the 1 minute, you can still see that same pattern. You see it?
Yeah.
So it looks. Oh, whoa. Market opened? Wait a second. Did we even do the 5? Yeah, that's really what we have to wait on. Yeah, we just have to wait for price to tap. If not, if it don't tap, then we'll have to wait for, oh, it's about to tap. Market open. It's freezing on the 15 like that? I was about to say, okay. Let me get my stuff ready. I've been waiting on this day all week. Because there's a 5 minutes on here, actually. Or would we want a new zone? Because on the 5 minute, we needed to break this structure. If price can push above here and create a new zone, we got us a trade. Let's get our stuff ready. Okay, let me get ready because it's already about to break it. There it go. Wow, I'm so happy. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me. Don't leave us. Okay. This is the new zone. So this is a 5 minute cause the way people been waiting on this, they're gonna try to leave us. I'm gonna have to switch to the 1 minute. Okay, so we got this breaker structure. This was a minor breaker structure. And then this was a major breaker structure. So we got, okay, we're going for buys. We got our indication that price wanted to push higher, which was our breaker structure. Now we are waiting for the correction or the tap in the zone. Let me go to the 1 minute. Golly. Hello, are you okay? Are you on drugs? Y'all are happy today. Please don't leave us. Okay, so we wanted to close above this breaker structure. It don't necessarily have to. It don't always have to play like that. But what I noticed is when it's closed above, it's more likely to continue pushing higher. If it closed below, it's probably going to try to pull back a little bit and then potentially push higher or just reverse in general. But that's not necessarily always the case. Okay, now we can pull back. So we got the close above. If it pushed past here, we'll have a new zone. How big is this zone? It looks pretty goddamn big. Oh, 46. That's really good. Okay. Oh, we can have fun today. So let's see how many seconds is on this one. Oh, it's deep in there. It might come back to the 5. It might. I don't know. Hopefully it do. I would prefer that. That would, yes. I love that. I love it. It just gives us more to aim for rather than being already so close to it. Now we can have more space to go up. And it's 2 minutes left. It could be tapping into here too, though. No, it closed inside. Yeesh, it could be tapping into here. Hold on. They closed inside though. That don't mean nothing, but you might as well come to the 5. You already done dropped. It only makes sense.
I feel like it was moving so fast before.
Oh yeah, that's that's market open. That's why I always say, like, I don't trade the first 2-3 candles of the morning because it's the most volatile. So like, yeah, you don't want to get caught in anything crazy and it don't go in your direction and stuff like that. So I wait for price to like calm down, catch his pace, and then I'll trade with the regulars. I don't. That's too volatile, and this is already a very volatile market. So it moves like 20-30 points at a time. That's a lot. And it's been moving like 200 points in a candle. Let's see how big this candle was. 200 is probably pushing it, probably 100 points. Yeah, 126, that one candle. That's a lot. My zones don't even be 100 points. I don't know. It might be respecting the 15. I don't want to believe that though. I want to believe it's gonna come to the 5. It don't have to though. It really don't have to. If I get in, how big is this zone? I cannot do over 100. I can't. How big is it? Well, I don't see the number. Wait. Oh, we could really get in. It's not that big. It's only 64 points. Okay, this would be a good entry if you want to get in. I'm gonna get in right here. Because even if it pulls back, it's not even. You can wait, because that zone is pretty big. But I'm gonna get in right here. Because it still could potentially tap into the 5 minute. So I would just I just have to be willing to sit. And I'm willing to sit because it's not that big of a zone. And I'm gonna aim for where's a 1-1? A 1-1 would be right here. Okay. So a 1-2 would be right here. And then what would be that? What would be?
1-3.
Yeah, I'm trying to see because I know we can push higher. I just don't know if I'm going to want to sit in all of that because I don't know how long it's going to take. But I do want to just see it. That'll be a 1-3. So this will be a 1-1. I'll see how price moves once we get there. But, okay. Again, you don't have to get in it yet because I still think it's going to try to tap the 5. And you'll have to be willing to sit in that. I'll say out loud when it's a conservative entry. That was more so in a... Hold on. I got in with the 15-minute zone because it's tapping into it and closing. I do believe potentially it could possibly tap into the 5, but because it's tapping into the 15 and closing outside, and then we're having these like strong, even though it's a selling candle, buyers are like constantly getting price to close high instead of low. Yeah, there it is. Oh. What? Please don't start. Please don't start. Like I said, it still could potentially tap into this 5, so I could remove this 15. That's where we got in. Golly. Sellers came in. Let's see if it's going to tap this 5. We're probably going to be sitting for a second. I got to get out at like 10:15, so. Whoa. Don't ever break my heart like that. What was that? What was that? Let's see if it can close above. Close outside of the. This would have been the aggressive entry for the 5 minute.
Entry?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if it can close outside this zone. Preferably so, but I don't like how it just did that though. Cause we do have this. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. We do have this. Would you really try to come all the way back here though? Price can do whatever it wants. I know that. Hopefully it doesn't. But the way it just did that, I'm kind of leaning towards.
How do you tell how much time until the candle closes?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not how you're doing me on this Friday. That's how we're doing it on this beautiful Friday.
Wow.
That's crazy. After I waited all week for you, that's how you gonna do me? That's how you gonna do me? Wow. I was patient. Ooh, it closed inside on the 1 minute. I don't like that. I do not like the thought. Do I manage my risk and find a better entry, or do I hold it? That is the brewing question right now. See, look at it. That's it. That's all I got. Well, do you have it marked up of where you're gonna get out, or where?
I marked my chart.
Okay, I have to go, so I'll text you.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if it hit my stop loss or if I got out.
Okay, I'll continue watching it.
Okay. Okay, hey guys, so I took a quick trade earlier. I'm gonna post a screenshot of the trade I took earlier and the loss that I took, but I do see a potential for another entry. Now, you can't, let me see. Okay, I do see a potential for another entry here. This is the trade I took earlier. I do see a potential entry here. So let me move this out the way, because I might take this one if it comes back. If it doesn't come back before I have to go, then I won't take it. But I hope it does, because I gotta go. Or I could just take it in the car. I have a hot mat class, so I need to go. It kicked me out just for it to turn around in my favor. But whatever. If it don't come back, it don't come back. But I gotta go, so I'll watch it in the car. Oh, I never got out the trade? Oh, y'all, I never got out the trade. Oh. We're up. Hold on, I never got out. Wow, okay. I just left the computer. I didn't even get out. It hit my stop loss, and I guess I just left the computer. I didn't even close out of the trade, because I'm like, why are we up 1,800? I literally text her and put a side-eye face, because I'm like, look what it did. It ended up turning, because it kicked us out. It hit our stop loss. I'm like, so when I come back to the computer and I see it's up here, I'm like, I texted her like, girl, look, like, it still went up there. I guess let me hold it then. I gotta go, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm not gonna be able to bring my laptop, so I will just screenshot how it goes. But I am gonna aim. Actually, at this point, I want to aim for here because you done did a lot. I'm gonna at least aim for here. We still in it, so. Where is it? Where's a 104? Right there. Okay. Let's see how I go. I gotta go. So, trying to think. There's nothing to think about. I gotta go. I gotta go. If it can do it before these 2 minutes are up, I'll wait. But if it don't, do something. I gotta go. I didn't even get out. That is crazy. My bad, y'all. Putting on my jacket. Okay, I'm gonna do this last minute. I'll be right back. Oh, we getting somewhere. We not getting nowhere. I thought we were. We not getting nowhere. That minute is up. I gotta go. Okay, we're gonna take this to the car. I'm gonna watch it in the car. Bye. Okay. Hey guys. If you made it this far, we're about to get into what happened on Friday, Sunday. So market opens tomorrow. But I didn't okay. That video, as I was editing, it was so hectic. And it was mostly because I had somewhere to go and I had to leave by a certain time. So my phone was dying. So every time that the screen went dark, it stopped the recording and I didn't realize. Yeah, it was just a lot. So I kind of want to just recap the trade because I realized I didn't even recap the trade because I ended up. Okay, let's just go over what happened. Let's just do it on the 5 minutes. So, and then we're gonna review or prepare or get into this for tomorrow because I love what I see. But anyways, so this was the trade that I ended up taking on Friday unintentionally. And I know you're looking at it as like, but it hit your stop loss. It did. So originally when we were coming into the morning, we did have a 1 hour zone. I'm not going to keep going back and forth through the charts. If you watch the video, you'll see we had a 1 hour zone. We were waiting price to break structure. I'm not exactly sure. Where is 9:30? Okay, here. So we were waiting for price to break this structure here. Again, I'm not going to go into the details because I did get most of like the pre-market and, you know, the breaker structure. I did get most of that in the video. More so, I'm going to talk about the actual trade. Anyways, price broke this structure here, this candle. It came out of this zone here. So, of course, we were waiting for price to come back and tap this zone. So, as we were trading, I noticed we also had a 15-minute zone. So, I made a 15-minute zone as well. Price ended up tapping into the 15 minutes. So, let's switch to see. That's why I don't want to keep clicking because I'm not about to keep looking for this trade. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Is that even it? I don't even think that's it. Yeah, we're going to keep it on the 5 minute because I'm not about to keep scrolling. My bad, y'all. Hold on. There it is. I had a 15-minute zone, and I believe this was the 15-minute zone. Yeah. These are the two candles that close outside the zone. So when it tapped, I got in. So you see that I took 2 trades, and this is it. So this was the second trade. The first trade was here. This candle started closing inside the zone, and that's when I was like, okay, let me protect my profits. I got out. Cool. Luckily I did, but before this candle that actually invalidated this zone, before that candle even came, I realized there was a tiny zone here that price could potentially tap back into. And then as you can see, that's exactly what happened. So in the video, you see that I moved this original one that was up here down because I ended up taking another entry. So I entered here when price tapped and ended up pushing out with momentum. I entered again for my second trade. I got in, and then as you can see, price immediately invalidated this zone. I thought I got out the trade. As you can see when you watch the video, I told her I had to go because, you know, we were done for the day. Like, we took our loss. We were done for the day. I think I was down like 600 for the day. So I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm done. And then I had to go anyway. So as I was getting ready or whatever, I came back to the computer because I'm like, there's no way that, price was gonna go down. Like, it didn't make sense to me that after we broke structure and we was having momentum back to the upside, price was just gonna sell. I just couldn't believe it. So when I came back to the chart, price literally turned around. So I'm thinking, okay, I see it and it's on this candle. So I'm thinking, okay, price broke structure. Let me create a new zone. And that's when you see me create the zone here. And I was like, okay, well, this will be my last trade for the day. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, this will be my last actual trade for the day. Like, cool. Because this is literally what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So I'm like, it's going to have to go up, whatever. It doesn't have to, but I was just confident that price was going to go up. So I'm like, okay, if price comes back and tap into the zone, I'll get in. So I was pulling everything up so I can get ready just in case. And I realized I never even got out of this trade. And that could have went so wrong. So when I said unintentional trade, that's what I meant, because I should have been out of this trade. And then as you can see, price never even tapped back into the zone. So it wouldn't have been no trade for me. But I didn't even get out. So that's why you see that all of a sudden I'm like in 1,000 because I just started screen recording where we were, which was like somewhere right here. We were already up 1,000 because, again, I got in down here. We were up here. And I said, you know what? We'll just finish this trade out in the car. I moved it to a 1 to 4. You see me do all that. And I just finished the trade out in the car. Once it hit my 1 to 4, I got out the trade, and yeah, that was a crazy trade. Again, unintentional. Could have went so left. Sellers could have just did whatever they wanted to do, and the whole account would have been blown, and I wouldn't have known. So definitely want to keep an eye on making sure I close out of my trades. I don't know why. I think it's because I was getting ready. Like I said, it was a hectic morning. I had somewhere to go, but I wanted to see price do this. So it was just, yeah. But yeah, it ended up green. So I could just be grateful for that. Anyways, now, market opened today. So when I was looking at the market, I was like, whoa, price created a gap. Normally when we see a gap, not normally, but not always, when you see a gap, usually price comes back to fill that gap. It doesn't have to, but sometimes it do. So tomorrow, what I'm looking for price to do, well, one, we created new highs. So obviously we have zones that price can come back and tap. But what I would want to see is price come back to this gap, fill this gap, and I could either take a trade of price filling this gap, or I could wait till price come back. There's this zone down here. They have it on the 15, the 30, and the hour. So anyways, price can come back, tap into this zone, and then continue back up. If I don't take that trade, depending on how long it takes, we would have to just wait for price to create a new high, and I don't know if I want to do all of that. So there's a lot of different things that can happen tomorrow. Like I said, price can come back, fill this gap, tap into one of these little zones on one of the time frames, and then continue back up. Or price can just stop at one of these zones and continue on up. So on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, and the daily, we just have strong buying candles. So the zones are going to be different. For example, the 4 hour zone, if price came back, it could just, like I said, fill that gap and then continue. But on the 1 hour, the zone is all the way down here. So even still, if it filled that gap, it would still be tapping into this zone, but it'll just be like deep within this gap. So we won't know anything until tomorrow. Hopefully price starts coming back down towards this gap, so then it won't be too much waiting around when market opens. But we can't control price. Price gonna do whatever it wants to do. We just gotta be here for it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope that trade made sense. It probably didn't, but I told myself I was gonna post it anyways because, yeah, that's just my honesty. I should have been out of this trade, but I wasn't, and luckily it still went in my favor. So I'm gonna be transparent, post this anyways, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.